Americans and gentlemen, we thank you for waiting. And now let the games begin!
Okay.
This must be Miranda's lab.
Book of the Mermaid. Examine. Subject name, Salvatore Moreau. Cadeau affinity low. Brain functions, surprisingly low. The Cadeau has caused drastic changes to internal organs, transforming them into organs similar to fish-like gills and a swim bladder. Another subject with irregular cell division, causing him to transform into a giant fish. The subject is unable to control this transformation. Too many defects. An unfit vessel for Eva. Domitresque. Subject name, Alcina Domitresque. Cadeau affinity, most favorable. Brain functions, normal. Regeneration rate is incredibly fast. The subject can heal any external wound within seconds and grow her nails into claws in mere moments. Rapid regeneration also means an increased body size. Note, due to a hereditary blood disease, the subject must ingest human flesh and blood on a regular basis to maintain regeneration properties. I suspect that if the subject's regeneration is not properly balanced, then she may mutate uncontrollably. An unfit vessel for Eva. Heisenberg. Carl Heisenberg. Carl with a K. Ah, of course. Cadeau affinity, incredibly favorable. Brain functions normal. Has electric organs similar to the electric ray. Narci japonica. These electric organs are connected to the subject's nervous system, can therefore pass and control electricity throughout the entire body, allowing control of magnetic fields, which is also used to move metal. Splendid specimen, but still an unfit vessel for Eva. All right, Beneviento. Donna Beneviento. Cadeau affinity, favorable. Brain functions, normal, although severe mental illness. Physically, she is no different from a regular human. However, she can secrete a signal-producing substance which controls plants infected by the mutamycete. When humans absorb the pollen from a particular flower, she can cause them to have hallucinations. However, she is mentally underdeveloped and has divided her Cadeau among her dolls in order to control them from a distance. An unfit vessel for Eva. Alright, so we kind of know their deal. We know their dealio. Ugh. Ugh. Uh-oh, there you are. Cadeau.
So they're using this to control the bioweapons.
Mm-hmm. Indeedy. Babies. Looks like that's Miranda with a baby. With a child? Was Evelyn her child? Like, I'm not sure if I mean if I should take that literally or figuratively. like, actually her child or her child via, you know... Yeah, because that makes me... That shot in particular... I'm like, is that Evie? Got some kind of expedition here. Dear Miranda, my deepest apologies for not meeting with you in person. I would love nothing more than to visit your quaint village once more. However, I am incredibly busy. Then again, I suppose for an immortal woman such as yourself, you no longer remember this poor half-dead medical student in the snow. I have always cherished the revelations I came to 15 years ago when I stayed in your village. I was inspired by your research. To think one could transform a human by infecting them with an organism. Positively visionary. I knew that with that knowledge I could achieve my own vision for the next step in human evolution. Even after 2 world wars and humanity on the cusp of another, my conviction never wavered. I realized, however, through the many nights of intellectual talks you and I shared, that your conviction differed from mine. You hoped to bring back a single dead person, while I aimed to change the world. Your experiments on the mold would not have aided me in my endeavor to achieve an exponential infection. I thought a virus would be more effective. This is why, my dear, I had to leave you. I still regret never telling you goodbye. My apologies. I already glanced at the bottom. My apologies for reminiscing. I actually have news that I thought might please you. I have found the key to evolution, the progenitor, a virus found in Africa. I plan to start a company with friends and colleagues dedicated to the virus's research. I will call it Umbrella, just like the symbol in the cave that we spoke about. I am one step closer to making my vision a reality. I hope you will be able to achieve your goal someday, too. You taught me so much, and for that I will be forever in your debt. Sincerely, your lifelong student, Oswell E. Spencer. But for anyone who is not really in the know, or has maybe has forgotten the older games, the first game takes place in Spencer's mansion. The very first one.
Spencer, here. No way.
Apparently way. Yes way, Chris. Apparently yes way. Alright. So... Oh boy. Yeah, it looks like colonies of fungus or something. Yeah, that looks like Evelyn. That looks like Evelyn. My Eva, it's been 100 years since I lost you to the Spanish flu. I was so powerless back then. But now I can bring you back to life from the Mutamycete. I had to test your new vessel's regenerative abilities. I took her apart and revived her in the Mutamycete regulator, the Giant's Chalice. All that is left is to merge her with the Mutamycete. The ceremony can finally begin. After I lost you, I was so stricken with grief that I wandered into a cave to die. I so wanted to be with you again, and that's when I found it, the Megamycete, completely by accident. When I touched the black substance, my mind was overcome with knowledge. The Megamycete breaks down and absorbs the consciousness of those who have perished. I knew that if your consciousness was in there too, then there would be a way to bring you back. I just needed to find the right vessel. When I returned to the village, I implanted the villagers with mold from the Megamycete. That way, I could control them, experiment on them. I have experimented on hundreds of people just to find you the perfect vessel. I even tried to increase the efficiency of finding a vessel by creating a parasite I called Cadeau. Yet none of my experiments came to fruition. There were some, like Alcina, who were close to being perfect, but most turned into lichens. I was once approached by an organization who said they would assist me. I gave them some of the mold and your DNA. But all they created was another defect, Evelyn. Then again, not a complete failure. I learned of Rose thanks to them, and I knew she would be the perfect vessel. There was some interference, but I was able to verify her suitability. Now my research is finally complete. Eva, I have waited too long to see you again. Who's that grumpy Gus over there in the middle on the left? Well, that's Miranda. Big info dump. Yeah. Alright, let's make sure. I'm just doing another quick little glance. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, we got those 4 books. We got all of these. You don't want to, like, destroy that? Sure. Alright, got those. I wonder why she chose... the...
Show me your hands! Umbrise, this is Alpha. Where is Miranda right now?
Still at the ceremony site. Whatever she's doing, she's staying put.
God damn. It really is you.
Mia!
I'm glad you're safe, Mia. Why are you here?
I was caught in Houston experiments.
Wait, did you say Mia? Mia Winters?
In the flesh. What's the situation up there?
Kind of a war going on. Nothing we can't handle.
Don't get distracted. Stick to the mission. I'm headed to the ceremony site.
Wait! You can't leave me here. You promised, damn it! You said that you would keep us safe. We did everything that you asked. We moved over here, everything! And I didn't care. So long as we were together. So you tell me, where is my husband? Where is my daughter?
Ethan is... He's gone. I couldn't save him. But I can save Rose. Come on. It's not safe here after all.
What do you mean he's gone?
He came looking for Rose.
I'm sorry, Mia, but we have to leave. We have to destroy this village.
No! You're wrong. I tried to keep this a secret, but... you don't understand how special he is.
Stick a new heart in there. Hey, there we go. There we go. Ethan, you had me nauseous. You had me nauseous, Ethan.
Someone there? It's cold.
Yeah. I mean, you've shown
How did I get here?
from early on in RE7 that something is up with you.
Freezing.
So,
This shit in my body.
You're so dumb.
huh? Evie?
Ellen? How are you here?
Evie?
You're dead.
Dead? I mean, Miranda. She... no. I still have to save Rose.
Wrong. It wasn't Miranda. You were always dead.
What are you saying? I can still...
See? Miranda didn't kill you. You mean you didn't think it was weird? No matter how much you got hurt?
It was really weird, Ethan.
Remember. Years ago, the Baker house. You were murdered by Jack.
Yep. That
You
was a
died
thing.
there 3 years ago.
That's impossible. No way.
You shouldn't even be able to walk around.
Quit messing with my head.
You shouldn't be walking.
Screw you!
Alright, Evelyn, get to the point.
What am I? Yeah. I did all that. Rose. Mia.
Oh, my controller's buzzing a little bit.
Now do you get it? Your whole body is nothing but mold. You can't ever see your family again.
Family. No. Rose. I have to save my daughter.
Is it because Evie was the source of the infection that she's like able to be in my head even though she's technically gone?
I will save Rose.
Alrighty. So Ethan is mold. I'm not completely shocked. I was expecting there to be something with mold. Hey, Duke!
Where am I?
Hey,
My
buddy.
carriage, Ethan. You were having a nightmare.
Oh, you are a pal.
Your battle with Heisenberg was a sight to see. But to think Miranda would show herself.
How long have I been out?
Not long till dawn.
A while then.
Duke, I need a favor. Take me to Miranda.
I assumed as much and am already on the way.
Good man.
Should arrive shortly.
Ah. I'm actually really glad they
Ethan,
finally
Are you sure of this?
explains
Your
the
body
Ethan thing.
is, well, falling apart.
Yes.
Foolish of me to ask.
Speaking of foolish questions, who or what are you?
Even I can't quite answer that. We're here.
I owe you one.
Mr. Winters, I'm afraid you can't return to your old world any longer. Are you ready?
Yeah. I have to be.
right. Okay, we got stuff. We got free stuff. We got free stuff all over the place. Free stuff. Free stuff. Free stuff. My movement is very not good. Okay. Wanting to take a look out here. Where is this going? Where is this going? Horsey! Just breaking the tension a little, guys. Just breaking the tension. Just... Okay. Hi, Duke.
As you wish.
Take that. I like how Ethan has it, even though... Take Heisenberg. Oh my gosh. What? That is interesting looking. I never did manage to fill the other hole. You can have his hammer. You have the antique coin. I might as well. This is like, I just never found the other thing.
Oh, the assemblage of life and machine. I can feel Lord Heisenberg's essence through it.
Indeed. Alright. Everything is like full unlock. Okay, what do I... First of all...
Because of all this commotion, I've lost an entire territory to transact in.
So interesting. I like you, dude.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Give me all you got. Give me all you got. Give me all you got. Let's see. Power level starting 200. We're at 190 right now. 190. 024. 2.5. 19. Okay, rate of fire isn't as good, but we could get that up easily. Alright, here we go. I would like...
Choose wisely. Your life may depend on it.
No kidding. Yep. We're gonna sell that. That's our nice one. Keeping that. Keeping that. Keeping that. Yep. Yep.
You no longer need this?
No, because I'm going to buy this.
Aha!
And... Oh, you've got some of these?
Yes, I can see why you'd be interested in that.
You do, huh? Okay. This is for the thingamabob, yeah? Oh, so is this. Oh.
Looking forward.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yep.
Oh, excellent choice.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do. And then... Okay, let's see. I don't have that much money left, so what am I gonna pump it into? I've got like 50K.
This may be our last meeting. Be sure you have all you need.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll do reload speed.
Aha!
And yeah, I don't have enough for that. I have wanted it to go just a little faster. Okay, I don't think I can afford anything else. I don't think I can sell anything else. I don't think I have anything else to give him. So, unless I wanted to sell off, like, the grenade launcher, because I don't have a lot of rounds for it. But I think we should just keep everything we have, honestly. The flashbang might end up being a thing that we need. We don't know what we're expecting, so...
Please, be well.
Thanks.
I like you a lot, dude. Oh, boy. Alright, we're gonna save here. We can always come back to this data if we change our mind and we're like, nope, let's just sell off that gosh darn grenade launcher. Wow, look at this place. What a ride. Oh, and this looks so neat. Okay. Okay. Don't suspect I am going to see any boxes. I could find myself wrong. But I think we're going to put Magnum there. Alright. 192 bullets. Oh my goodness. Oh, Ethan. I'm really glad they finally explained what your deal was.
Out of my way.
That is pretty strong. Yeah, it was good that I upped the reload on that. Ah! Ah! You jerk!
It wants to give me a hug.
I gotta keep going.
Alright. We are mold. Just, yep.
Little Ava, my beautiful daughter. Come to me. Ava, is that you? Oh, how I've missed you. What?
Nope.
My power is leaving me.
Rose! Miranda!
Very curious how this is gonna go.
Your body certainly isn't normal.
Nope.
Give Rose to me. Now!
You will see. Once I kill you properly, everything.
Get her now!
Yeah.
Let go!
I've spent a lifetime creating this moment, and you try to take it away from me. I will take what is due. My desires will be fulfilled. Rose is mine!
What the fuck?
All right, there she is.
Your purpose, Mr. Williams. You disposed of my false children and awakened the glorious name I see.
Okay.
Now, please do not
Whoa.
worry, little Rose. I assure you I'll provide her with true happiness. So now you can die peacefully and permanently.
not letting you get away.
There's nothing. You understand the level of character, child. How can you deny me?
I can deny you.
Rose is my goddamn kid, not yours.
Oh. Whoa. I have done this dance before.
Your time is up! Now die! Cease this foolishness.
Ow.
You won't defeat me.
I will. Like, a lot.
The Megamycete saved me from the pits of despair. It granted me this splendid power.
Yeah, right. All it's done is drive you nuts.
Whoa, here we go. Calamite. Ooh, there was ammo? Who dropped me ammo? Chris? Is that you? Okay. Oh. I don't know where it was. I don't know if I got it or not.
After all, everyone dies.
Oh, hi. Whoa! Ah! I hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button. Nope. There it is. Give me a hint. Ah, balls. They got me that time.
I can take any form I desire.
Alright,
Even
I knew it was gonna be in this area too, because it's too cool.
Megamycete, hear my prayer!
Yeah, I don't know whether to shoot or guard during that, but...
Cease! If I combine Rose with a Megamycete, my daughter will be made manifest at last!
Oh.
I've waited a century, all for this day. Why? Why won't you die?
Well, you know... I'm a little bit
After all,
stubborn.
Everyone dies.
Just gonna keep moving.
Why do you interfere? Surely you have no need of Rose now, so close to death.
She's my goddamn daughter, you psycho!
This is... I will see my hopes fulfilled. I must.
Where? Oh, balls! Okay. Whoa! Oh, I finally had a magnum. I will! Balls. That's what I get for doing this fight at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Now
After.
die. Those foreigners. They could do nothing to assuage my years of loneliness.
Ever think the problem might be you, Miranda? You're not capable of real love.
I will not let him or anyone else take Rose or my daughter. I've never seen a human live without his heart. Are you sure you're not?
I mean, actually I probably am, but you know. Okay, I'm still not sure how to dodge these.
My wish will come true. Now, Mr. Winters, I think it's time you left things in my hands. Go on, rest now.
The hell I will.
I will take back my daughter!
There you are.
I'll take wonderful care of yours.
Curse this ramshackle village.
This is... Why won't you die?
Yeah, I cannot figure out. Like, I dodged them.
Hold still.
No.
You still stuck.
Yep.
Impudent!
Oh. Cutscene.
How you end, Ethan Winters.
Nope.
To ensure I never see your face, I will feed.
I like that prompt. It's like, just don't stop. There we go. Really neat design. It's in the family of kind of what I imagined, but it's awesome. It's awesome. Turn to crystal. Get out of here. Yeah. Rose, we got you.
Rose!
Sorry, girl. Sorry, we're here.
It's alright, Rose. It's alright.
It's alright. We's here. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Ethan! Ethan! Come on, Ethan. Come on, Ethan, wake up. Oh, no.
Chris,
Ethan, you did it. It's finished.
I think we've finished each other.
No.
Ethan.
Come on now.
We gotta move.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Keep moving, Ethan. There's a bomb in that thing that'll blow this whole village sky high. Hey, look at me. When I hit this trigger, we can't be anywhere near it. Ah, damn it. Mia's waiting for you. She's alive, you hear me? Alive.
Mia,
Come on, Ethan.
I'm sorry. I love you. Keep Rose safe.
Hey, hey. Hey. And you tell yourself. Now, come on, it's not that much further.
Watch over her. Teach her to be strong.
God damn it.
Goodbye, Rosemary.
Ethan.
Oh. That's a bummer. Also, not the best idea, Ethan. What if you go down before you hit the trigger?
Rose?
Go. Go, take us up now.
Wait! Where's Ethan?
Get moving. We have to get clear.
No! We can't go, not without my husband!
Mia, sit down and strap in.
Not before you tell me where Ethan is. I know he wouldn't abandon us. Tell me what's going on.
Come on, Chris. The power of just talk.
What was that?
I told you to sit down.
Where is he? Chris? What have you done?
He's gone. I tried. He stayed so we could all escape. I'm sorry.
Captain, you need to see this. BSAA didn't send soldiers. This is a bioweapon.
The hell were they thinking?
Orders, Captain.
Pick up the rest of the squad. Plot a course for BSAA Europe HQ. Someone's gotta pay.
Revenge is a hollow motivation. But I understand. You're always flying away. You're always flying away at the end of Resident Evil game. Oh, that's a bummer. I'm glad they finally explained what was up with Ethan, though. Like, and I can completely buy that story. Like, it doesn't feel out of nowhere. I'm just like, yes, something weird has been going on with Ethan for a long time. Basically, since practically we met him. So... I haven't really listened to this song. It is an interesting choice. Oh, I got it. The song is the story. Okay. I really like what they did with this. I'm still really bummed we don't get more Ethan, though. I really liked him as a fresh face on the scene for Resident Evil. But the question is, will the next one have you playing as Chris, or will you perhaps be Mia?
Gifts we gave, but more you took, she snarled. So more in turn is due. In a blink, the girl was trapped inside a mirror. Her parents, though, had searched all day and at last arrived. With rampant rage, Father fought the witch, while Mother's loving touch shattered the dark enchantment. But the witch was strong, and Father yelled, "Save our daughter!" So Mother bore their child to safety as the forest was consumed. Even now, the burnt forest is a grim reminder of Father's sacrifice. To this day, any child who stares too long into the charred wasteland will be haunted by nightmares of getting lost while picking berries.
Hello, my tears, because of you.
Yeah, I like what they did. I appreciated how every Lord's area felt completely different. The combat does get pretty, like, okay, towards the end, but I get the impression it was meant to feel like that. Like, you were meant to feel like, okay, like, come on, man, like, are we there yet? Have we reached it yet, you know? Because you have to get through that whole stronghold. And, before you even enter the factory, start dealing with all of the soldats and all that. I hope we get to play as Mia. Honestly. Like, no offense to Chris. You know, I think it would be interesting if we got to play as Mia. And part of that is because, I'm trying to think, when was the last time? Yeah, when was the last time we had a main character who was a lady who was new and got to stick around? Like, Shiva didn't get to really go anywhere, which was unfortunate. Like, I didn't like 5. I could not get through it. It was awful. But, like, Shiva was not, like, a bad part of it. You know, she was fine. Got Moira from Revelations 2. There's that lady in Revelations 1 in the latex or whatever. Is she in latex, or am I just misremembering that? I don't know. I just remember she's like a random hot chick, essentially. Like an over-the-top hot chick, Black Ops kind of girl. Don't even remember her name. I didn't like Revelations. I actually didn't beat Revelations. People really liked Revelations. And I appreciated the old school ambience, but I couldn't get into it at all. Revelations 2, like, I watched it, but I played the demo. I just wasn't compelled to continue with it. I need to pay more attention to these images. I feel like they're telling the story of Ava, not Eva, I guess. Possibly. I don't know. We've got ill children. Toho Studios, huh? Alright. Japanese voice cast. Had a lot of people involved with this. We'll go into the church. I feel like, as over the top as it could be seen as, adult Rose. I'm like, I keep seeing adult Rose in the credits, and I'm like, what voice is that? Is that supposed to be... Because I'll tell you what I don't want. I actually don't want to play as Rose. Rose is a fucking bioweapon. She's a fucking bioweapon. No matter what way you put it, she's a bioweapon. And I don't know how they're going to... I don't know how they're going to keep this, like, in control. And I'm worried about kind of like a Sherry situation where, yeah, where like, oh, we bring her back and like it's like, oh, she has like great regenerative powers, but that's, again, I didn't play 6, but I played the demo and it seemed like that was the only thing she really had going on for her. So, I don't know. I don't want to play... This is interesting how he's saved his child, but now he's turning into like a lichen or something. Yeah. Go testers! Compliance! QA! Yeah! You did a good job. You guys did a good job. You guys did a super good job. Ha ha ha, nice shout out. Nice homage shot. Nice to Bob the Zombie. Yeah. Yep. Is that actually, I don't know, I picked that up from Karen Angela. I don't remember if that's really his name. Is that what he's called? I don't know. That's just what I always remember kind of like calling him. I before that I just called him that dude. So, oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Post-credit sequence. So maybe this is where Adult Rose comes in to play. Yep. There it is.
Do you think the little boy will be able to touch the moon?
Nobody can touch the moon. It's too far away.
Wait, what if he has a rocket ship?
Okay, then you can touch it, but it'd be very, very cold.
You were being silly. I don't think the moon feels
It does. But
Yeah, she's got her dad's jacket on. Yeah, I'm worried about you, Rose. I don't...
Hey, Dad. Happy birthday. Sorry I missed last week. I have a lot of tests coming up. You know how it is. Talk of the goddamn devil. Duty calls. I love you.
Yeah, I found her. Where else? Today of all days. We have a situation. You're needed, Evelyn.
Don't you ever call me that again.
Whoa, it's just a joke, Rose.
I can show you things even Chris doesn't know I can do.
Yeah, figures.
We have a clear shot.
Stand down. I can handle it. She's just a kid.
Way to keep it together, Rose.
You're a lot like him, you know?
Who are you?
I know.
I mean, yeah. You are the child of a guy who was mold and a mom who is part mold, so you're a bioweapon, Rose. Hard to have a happy ending. Even if Ethan had survived, it's hard to have a happy ending in this situation. Like an actual, like, even really feel good. And the father's story is now done. Are you gonna play as Rose? Because I don't know if I want to. I gotta be honest. But it could be fine. Could be interesting. Could be fine. I mean, they showed us in this one that they can let it get big, and it works. They can make it work. They can make the big work. They've just got to have the story. They've got to have the story. Okay, I guess I have to process something. Great dad. Took me not quite 16 hours. Best dad ever. It's probably because I played on standard, so that's probably casual plus standard trophies. Still bummed. I kind of wanted to get at least one more with Ethan. But because of the way they took the story, that just wasn't really doable. A new difficulty is available. The difficulty can be selected when starting a new game. So that thing that we totally wanted you to pay money for, so you could play it from the beginning, you can just unlock it by beating the game. Oh boy. Figurines, challenges, concept art, challenges, and extra content shop. Variety of bonuses, new game modes, weapons, concept art, figurines. Okay, new movies. Alright. Okay, that's interesting. I actually am kind of interested to see how this stuff was made. I don't know when I'll bother to sit down to watch it, but I am actually curious. You can now get the following weapon for completing the WCX. Okay. Challenge completed! So, okay. You've completed the following challenges! It's a lot. Alright, okay, yeah. Overwrite as completed data. When you load the completed data, some things will carry over from your completed game. Alright, this is weird, but I need to, make sure that I save this somewhere. 846. That is the furthest back, essentially. So that I don't lose anything in case I have to redo a part. Ah! Yes. Thank you. And it goes back to Mourning. It is now not quite a week since I actually beat the game, and I'm recording this as after I have now like processed the game a bit and had some time to think on how I feel about things. Some of it reiterates exactly what I was just saying over the credits sequence, which is, you know, I'm bummed I don't get to play some more as Ethan. I find that to be really sad. I was really hoping for at least one more game with him. I'd kind of like to play as Mia. I'd like to see her get to take some agency. You know, in both games, she's essentially in a situation where she's being rescued, and I'd really like to see her kind of take charge a little bit more, especially with her daughter being a bioweapon. It's, you know, with Rose potentially maybe being a main character in the next one, I'm wary of that because it could just... there are so many terrible places that could take us, but there's some really cool places it could take us too, story-wise. Her coming to terms with what she is, and everyone around her as well. Like, you know, even, you know, Chris and his buddies are clearly against, you know, the good guys, quote unquote, having bioweapons. You know, nobody should have them. That's the whole thing. But it's also really important to him that, he rescue Rose and he get to let the Winters' family like be quote again quote unquote here, I'm using my air quotes again, normal, get to have a regular life despite what happened to them. But we don't know how much time has passed between the ending and the post-credit sequence, because while Rose is being shown as a young adult, she is the product of people who were infected by the E-series mold, and Evelyn had a problem with accelerated aging. So we don't actually know how old Rosemary is in that scene. There may, the stories of 7 and 8 take place in the current time. 7 took place in, late 2017 or whatever. 8 is taking place in 2021. That's how it's going. So we don't really know. I hope that if we are playing as Rosemary in the next game, that is the case, just because there's some potentially disastrous leeway that could be given if it's like a jump into the future time that hasn't happened yet in our world too far, but we'll see how it goes. At the end of 7, Kara and I had this moment of, we looked at each other, it was like, wow, that was amazing. What an exemplary comeback. We can't believe how extraordinary that was. Now don't mess up the next one. Don't fumble it. Don't do it. And you know what? They didn't. That was the biggest fear, was that like 7 would be this amazing standout and we would never get anything like it ever again. But 8 has shown that although it did go a tad bit more combat heavy than its predecessor, for better or worse, I would argue that we don't want to go too far down that road, because that's how we got RE6. But I mentioned in the LP, 7 was super reined in. They reined it way in, despite certain remaining bombastic elements. But in 8, it's clear they tried to see how far we would let them push before it was too far. And I hope 9 maybe is the product of that experiment, a little bit more of a balance, because 7 was a lot more just horror, which is part of what made it so good. I guess there was some response from parts of the fan base that didn't like that, but sorry, like, Resident Evil is a horror series, like, I don't know what to tell you. What are you doing here? What are you doing here if you don't want to be scared? Anyway, we thought 7 was so great, we didn't want 8 to fumble. It didn't fumble. Well, now that 8 has shown us what it can do, the bar has been set even higher. Like, there's so much more disaster that could be brought upon the series if 9 doesn't stick the landing, Whatever happens, even if 9 ends up tripping and falling on its face and it's just awful, we'll still have 7 and 8 as these wonderful things that we can enjoy and re-experience, replay, and hold on to as these awesome things. Things I really liked. I probably already said, just the fact that all the different Lord zones are completely different. They all have a completely different sensibility about them. And I appreciated that while Ethan's quippy one-liners and such would allow one to, go, yeah, whatever, kill the Martin Stars, whatever. You could take that route, or you could, pay attention and see how all of them are sympathetic. Yes, they are also trying to murder you, generally, so that's a bit of a problem, and you have to, do something about that. But I just appreciated that they weren't actually that one-dimensional. That there was a lot more going on, you know, with some of them perhaps more so than others, more obviously than others, but they are all arguably sympathetic characters that have all been manipulated and mistreated and abused. And some of them have perhaps abused their own power more than others. You know, you could talk about that, but I just thought it was really great how, in the end, none of them fell flat. I liked all of them. I have great difficulty choosing a favorite. Yes, we all, yay, tall vampire lady, Domitresk. Yes, our new Mr. X character. I would argue she's more of a Mr. X, and Jack Baker was more of a nemesis based on the way Jack Baker's mind seemed to work, affected by the mold. That singular purpose, like, I have to do this thing. But I won't get off on a tangent about that. But still, even so, doesn't, like, Beneviento, like, has this, there's so many places your mind can go trying to fill in her story and what happened to her, and why she is the way she is. And I kind of appreciated that it's left open a bit. Like, you don't know exactly. And you don't know exactly with Domitresk either. You just, you know that she took these people from the village and she forced this upon them. And you have to wonder, you know, Miranda's been around for 100 years, and Heisenberg's considered the child, so he's clearly the most recently experimented on, brought into the fold. But also, all that stuff he's been doing in his factory didn't happen overnight, so he's been around for some time. I really liked that. You know, I can't just say, oh, I like this person the most. I like this lord the most. The end. The others weren't as great. No. I like them all. Even Heisenberg, who I did not expect to not only become somewhat likable to me, but also sympathetic. I'm like, wow, I want to punch him in the face because he won't stop talking about using a baby as a weapon. But at the same time, there he is, like, trying to come up with a situation, and, like, I actually thought that what was going to end up happening was that you weren't going to end up fighting him, that Miranda was going to do something and take him out of the picture before you could. Another thing I really, really liked was tying it all back in with Umbrella. I liked all of that. I could see someone maybe playing this and it not hitting right with them and them really, really disliking that. I could see that. But I think it was the right thing to do. I think it was really smart. And yeah, let's not forget, guys, at the end of the day, Umbrella's not just like this evil company because they make these quote-unquote bioweapons and viruses that are like so terrible, and they're selling them to the military and what have you. They're also awful because their roots come from this guy, Spencer, who wasn't just a virologist, he was into eugenics. I mean, that's essentially what all this experimentation is. It's to create some version of perfection, to weed out undesirable traits and to keep only the things that you want. So yeah, that's really fucking evil. If you're looking for an evil in the Resident Evil, there you go. Eugenics is a big one. I think it's great that we tied all the way back to that. It's important, because at the end of the day, even that's still what Miranda was doing. She might have only been trying to bring back one person that she cared about, but everything was about, who cares what happens to the weak ones. And that's where, Heisenberg loses you a bit. He's all like, yeah, the strong will destroy the weak. That's the way, isn't it? Don't don't be like them. Don't be like the ones who made you. You know, and that's where his, I guess that's, in the end, that's where his fault really lies, is that he lets himself just become that. Now let's talk about what I maybe didn't like. Yes, the back end was super combat heavy. It could be a real slog. I felt like thematically that was appropriate. Like, I think it was supposed to feel like a slog, and that, you know, once you got past the stronghold, you know, once you got to the factory, it was more about not, you know, big groups of enemies, but more, you know, focusing in on the soldats and their weaknesses and all that. And kind of, I appreciated that you could just run. You could just go. There were a couple times where I was like, oh, I can just go. I'm gonna go. It is a lot, and it goes on for a while. The only thing that actually, like, bothered me, though, that actively bothered me, was, one of my least favorite parts was when Chris was all, okay, I'm going to give you an explanation now. But then the explanation is just, Miranda's crazy. And just using really uninspiring descriptors, just being like, they're crazy, they're insane, they're nuts. And it's just, yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, even if you put aside the problems, like the problematic nature of using those terms and that language, and I myself, you know, I'm still unlearning using certain words and you know, terms. Even if that wasn't a thing, it just seemed kind of lazy, to just be like, yeah, well, whatever, she's just fucking nuts. Like, that's the short version, she's fucking nuts. Instead of the short version being, she is a woman who was twisted by grief and a chance exposure to something in nature that we don't understand. Because that's the thing. The Megamycete just existed in that cavern. It's just a thing. It wasn't created. It's a naturally occurring phenomenon. Yeah, of course, clearly, she is a very twisted, terrible individual. She's done horrible things. I don't think we should be speaking of her with, you know, too much empathy, frankly. I don't know if it's the script itself from the beginning, or if it was it was just a choice on the translator's part. I have a feeling that that's not true, just based on the way that they had Chris, they tend to present Chris these days. I feel like probably not. That he probably was speaking of her in similar terms, you know, in Japanese. I can look past it, but still, it was just not its best, most shining moment, which was unfortunate, because it was cool how he's just, like, casually, like, blowing up the wall with the weird tank mech, and as he's talking to you, and that smile he gives you when you give the goofiest action hero one-liner where you're like, I'm gonna be there to get Miranda. And he's just like, that's right, buddy. Like there's a sense of, like, yeah, this is my friend, and I'm proud of him, and you're right, we're gonna take her out. We're gonna do this together. Anyway, I've rambled enough at this point. Thank you all for joining me on this journey. This downright journey that this month has been, the month of Resident Evil 8. I put everything on hold to make this happen. Because I wanted to, and I wanted to share it. And I had the privilege of being able to take advantage of a system I didn't think I was going to have for a long time. Thanks again, JR, for that. Take care of yourselves, as Duke said to Ethan. Be well. And I hope to see you all around. Bye.